Welcome back to Man I'm Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, and shall see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today, where I am not desperately, but I'm trying to think of a conversation starter. As you know, usually do a little bit of an icebreaker, be like, "Ooh, hey, why don't you blah blah blah? What do you think about coffee?" I'm not going to talk about coffee. I really don't talk about coffee. You see, it's a problem when you've been doing this for nearly 1,000 days, which is actually insane to think about. I think we're on day like 920ish or something. We hit a quite round number quite recently, but we hit 200 days recently, so 200 this year, so 365, 720, so 930. Is that right? Anyway, good evening everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow at 7:20 p.m. on Tuesday, October 11th, 2022. A cautionary tale. So we know Crazy Red is visiting. I don't really know what I was going to say. I don't think there was anything I was particularly going to say. So I'm just trying to think of something which is particularly conversationally relevant. I didn't actually get my stream deck over here. I didn't even check if it's working. Is it working? Perfect. My voice, you might be like, hey, is it completely back? I'd say it's basically completely back. I still can't do squeaks, but that's not really that big a deal. I can still go reasonably high. It's like day by day, slowly, I get more and more of my upper pitch back in my voice. I don't know, I'm just trying to think about something that's happened recently. You know, like on the weekend I went to say hi to my friends. That was quite nice, you know. Had a nice little meal at Nando's. Nando's very much a sort of go-to. I've never talked about Nando's before. That's actually a very interesting point, because that's something very quintessentially, I'm not going to say it's quintessentially British, but quintessentially modern age British. That's such a weird way of saying it. Because if I say quintessentially British, you're going to be like, oh, I don't know. I don't know why I was just like iron. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know, Victorian era, so, you know, monarchy and like tea and like fish and chips, but of course those are all quite old things. Nando's, it doesn't even make sense for it to be quintessentially, I suppose, British. Hold on, as such, Nando. I have talked about Nando's before, back in 2020. Okay, we can't talk about that. Well, you know what we can talk about. I could talk about. I'm not going to talk exactly about Google Pay, but you know, this is mildly relevant to the Nando story, where, you know, on the day of the social meetup, no one calls it that, meeting my friends, I remember I was talking about it because, you know, I signed up to Monzo because they were just like, hey, can you sign up to Monzo, you know, and it was like, because if you refer to people, you get this neon coloured card, and I was like, all right, fine, you know, I've been meaning to get Monzo anyway, I just like never really got around to it. So I signed up for Monzo, and like one of my friends has now got the very neon coloured card. Good for him. You might be like, do you care about it? No, not really. Personally, like it's nice, but I think it's I think the default Monzo card's quite fine. But I've been meaning to, and mainly just for like it's what the main reason is nearly all my friends are on Monzo. So being able to be on Monzo to instantly pay them back for something is rather convenient, I would say. But yeah, another thing that happened is that I finally set up two things. One thing is I finally set up a Nando's account, which you might be like, why is that a big thing? Well, it's a big thing because, you know, me and my friends, we've been eating at Nando's. Nando's is basically our sort of go-to random meal, and it's like, what do you want to have? I don't know. Should we go to Nando's? That's, you know, oi, what is it, the absolute Bantosaurus Rex, Gav, how's that meme go? I can't really remember. But basically, Nando's is very much a sort of just go-to random meal. And I probably mentioned in my video before, is because it's kind of like partway between fast food, partway between a sit-down restaurant. So it's kind of like a nice sort of in-between. But I finally set up a Nando's account because I've been going there so often, but every single time we go to Nando's, you know, my friends would just order for me because they got like a Nando's account and that sort of thing, until we found out that it doesn't actually matter how much you order in one order. That's not how Nando's rewards works. It just is basically you have to order a certain amount and then you'll get awards. You know, it's based on weirdly, I suppose, quantity of orders rather than the quality of orders. I was just trying to think how to phrase that, and I was like, it's a bit weird saying it backwards, but yeah, that was basically the case. So I finally set up a Nando's account so I can finally start collecting my own rewards. Like, think about all the quarter, half, and full chickens that I've missed out on just by the fact I never actually decided to make my own account on Nando's. It's all these loyalty programs. I really should sign up for things I use often. You know, Boots. It took me so long to get a Boots card. Until one day I was just like, oh wait, you know what? I should probably get a Boots card because I buy stuff from here all the time. Makeup mainly, but still. Nando's another one. We go there all the time. Why don't I just like sign up for the damn membership? You know. There's other things I'm sure as well. Like you might argue Amazon Prime. I don't really use Amazon Prime all that often. So I even did the student free trial. The free trial for a while, which was like half a year. I barely used it, I would say. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of what other. There's more and more things which I should just be like, use this all the time. Why don't you sign up for like membership or something like that? So it took me so long just to sign up for Nando's like membership, and this, I guess we're talking about like membership cards and that sort of thing. And I guess part of it is a sort of a faff of, especially in the olden days, you always had to have like a membership card. Be like, do you have your membership card? You had to present it or whatever. And if you forget it, then it's like, oh, you don't get any membership points or whatever. You had to like ask for a receipt or whatever. And I was like, I don't know. In my mind, that's too much hassle. But that's probably just like the remnants of teenage me not wanting to do annoying things like that, which is not really true because teenage me would very much like to do organised things. But for some reason, it just must be one of the early things in my brain. It just like got locked in as something I thought was too much hassle to be worth the effort. And I'm going to say sometimes it certainly is. And that, the point of a membership schemes is basically, from a business sense, is just to get you loyal to their product so you keep on using it. But, in a lot of cases, I like to think I have enough self-awareness to take a step back and look at things which I'm already loyal to and just be like, I should just be taking advantage of these free rewards in the first place, right? Why not? And part of that is certainly buying into the business marketing, which they are trying to take advantage of you for. Not necessarily in a bad way, because I suppose at the end of the day it's free rewards, but certainly there's something psychological, subconsciously psychological, like with Nando's, for example, just being like, oh, I've got Nando's card, might as well just eat at Nando's rather than, going to like Five Guys or something, because you'll get club rewards for it. It feels like, that sort of dopamine hit of getting something back. But then I guess because of my sort of like counter commercialism, sort of, not counter commercialism, that's not quite right, but counter like being prey to these sort of things, being prey to the usual conventional commercial dealings isn't really the right word, but like pressure, I suppose. I've just been like, I don't want to sign up for a membership card. That's how they suck you in. I want to remain free and like unpressured. But now, I'm much older since I even like thought of that opinion in the first place. So taking a step back, it's like these sort of things, I have enough like self-awareness to not participate in membership things for things I don't use. Spotify I use sometimes, but I'm fine with a free service and I don't use it enough to justify it. Amazon Prime, again, currently I don't buy things enough on Amazon Prime to justify the purchase, a subscription. But things which are just free, like a Boots card, it's free to sign up for a Boots card and download the app. Nando's too. It's just like, why haven't I not been taking advantage of them? It really makes no sense whatsoever. So I signed up for a Nando account. I don't have a Nando's card, which, I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. It was just sort of weird. It's like you had to like register your account and it'd be like, do you have a Nando's card? I'd be like, I don't have a Nando's card. And they'd be like, all right, that's fine. And it's just how it goes anyway. I haven't put my Nando's in any of my folders on my phone, which is normally where I put things. I don't know what I'd put it under, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I guess I can sort of merge my music games and games folder and have like, I don't know. Which of these do I not use? Okay, art, I use that quite a lot. Education, I don't use that very often, but that holds a lot of apps. Finance, I use that quite a lot. Games, I use sometimes. Music games, I use reasonably often. Google, I use that quite a lot. Organisation, I use that all the time. Recreation, I use that reasonably. Security, I use that sometimes, but that's important. Social, tools, I guess I can go in tools and work. Sort of just like, I don't know. I got all these apps in the first place, which I just sort of, I don't know, I just need more space. Doesn't make any sense. Also, is this no, okay, I thought it was, for a second I thought this was a Star Fragment Island, but looking at it again, no, it's not. But yeah, I mean, I've got the Nando's app, I don't know the McDonald's app as well, just for a bit of a laugh of trying to, because of the McDonald's Monopoly thing. I don't even eat at McDonald's all that often, but still, it's just like these membership cards. I should just sign up with them, like a Boots one. I don't know. Hold on. That's what I was checking. Do I get a Nando's card? Like what happens? Because Because I don't have a card, I just have a membership on my app. Hello, dear. Personal details. No. Be careful not to say any of my personal details on here. Adjusters for deliveries. I don't know you can actually deliver through here. Payment methods. Account management. How do I get a card? Delivered to me, bought by delivery. Green reward. Free quarter chicken or any starter. Huh? Orange reward. Free half chicken or any single burger, pita or wrap. Why have I not been taking advantage of that? I have burger, pitas and wraps all the time. Free whole chicken salad single combo meal or salad. How do collecting chilies work? Once you reach 10 chilies, you'll start again. Don't worry, you won't lose any of the rewards you've earned. They'll be stored on your dashboard until you're ready to keep them. You won't lose any chilies. What? I don't really know where I'm going with any of this, but sure. Oh, I have a card number, but I don't have a card. Do I need a card? And I just want a membership card, you know. It feels like it's like a, ooh, you know. Boom, clap, sound of my heart. Beat goes on and on and on and on. It just be like, I feel like I need something as a proof of my membership, you know. Nando's cards and rewards, here we go. How do I delete a saved card? I lost my physical Nando's card. Or I guess never got one. Add your Nando's card to your mobile wallet. You can request a new physical card and have your account blocked if there's a risk someone may use your card. But they treat the Nando's card like a sort of like a credit card sort of thing. Wow. Okay. Well, apparently I need to add my theoretical Nando's card to my mobile wallet. But that's another thing I set up was the mobile wallet, Google Pay wallet, or Google Pay I think it's just called. I'm not really sure. And you might be like, you call yourself a Zoomer. I don't call myself a Zoomer for one. And you haven't even set up yourself a Google Pay or Apple Pay or whatever equivalent. Yeah, well, for one, I'm on the boundary between Zoomerism and millennialism. I'm kind of like literally borderline. But yes, it's taken me 25 years of my life to set up Google Pay. And I don't know why I didn't do it earlier, to be perfectly honest. It's pretty convenient because it saves a lot of faff of having to, you know, reach into my purse, be like, oh, pull out the right card and whatever, and, you know, actually pay or whatever, when I could just open up my phone and just be like, here you go, scan. I don't know why I was so resistant to it in the first place as well. We're still with star fragments, by the way. We have so many star fragments, we don't need them. And again, it's probably just sort of thing where I'm like, I don't know. It's not only I'm a creature of habit, because I don't think that's necessarily true. I'm a creature of some habits, apparently low battery. Which doesn't really help my case, but I also did not pay attention to any of those Nick Well missions. And also I do realise the irony in me saying I'm not a creature. Oh, hello? My Joy-Con stopped working. I'm not a creature of habit, despite the fact this is like we're nearing day 1000 in Animal Crossing. Selling fruits, selling shells. Okay, I don't think we have enough fruits in our inventory. So, let's go get some fruits, go get some shells. I legitimately don't know why I didn't set up a mobile wallet for ages, and, you know, I've done it, and I'm just like, I should have done this earlier. It's just like, I don't know, you know, I'm so like, not backwards with technology, but I am certainly quite slow on the uptake compared to a lot of other people. Not that I'm unaware of what it is, I'm aware of what it is, I just like never used it. Like I was really slow on contactless cards and that sort of thing. Because like I never like called my bank to be like, hey, give me a contactless, so, you know, I kept just using a pin reader. And because I was selling contactless cards, I still use like an Oyster card for ages. And you might be like, I don't know anyone native to the UK who still uses an Oyster card. You might be like, what's an Oyster card? It's basically a travel card for like London transport. Which is, by the way, if you're a tourist, you can get one yourself. You know, the travel cards they only cost £5. As a deposit, which you can get back, I believe, if you return your Oyster card or something. So you pay £5, you get your deposit, and you can top it up, and then you can just scan that to basically use any London transport. You don't even need to worry about buying tickets of that sort of thing. It's probably the best invention in the world, and I'm sure a lot of other countries have similar sort of things. So I'm not going to say it's like revolutionary, but oh my god, it's so good. It's what I'd say, because it works on buses, it works on trains. I guess it works on the Docklands Light Railway if you want to use that in London, but like who uses that? I think it works on trams as well, and like the few London boroughs which even have trams. Can't remember where else it works, but it works on like all the transport or whatever, and it's great. So yeah, me shilling out the Oyster card. I'm not just saying that because I used it every single day, even when I used to go to school. But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say about this. yeah, anyway, I used Oyster cards for ages when everyone else had like basically swapped on over to using proper their like debit card, like contactless or whatever, or credit card maybe. I don't actually know if you use a credit card. And I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't. But for really no apparent reason. Like I was just not hesitant to do so. I just like resistant or something. And then I just like started using my card, and now, you know, years and years after everyone else has moved on already to using their mobile phone to actually just make payments, I've finally caught up with everyone else. You know, I'm finally here with you lot, and it feels good. It really is something I should have started. I really don't know why I didn't. I really don't know what was making me so resistant to it. It's not like I was resistant, because it's not like I was hesitant. It was just more like inaction, I suppose, in that regard. Just sort of like I never really got around to doing it, so I never really set it up. And then, you know, the technology these days gets simpler and simpler and simpler, because they try and make it easier and easier and easier for any person to basically get into. So it really is so ridiculously simple to set up. But I literally just took a picture of my card, and it was like, okay, you know, verify it on your app. Okay, done. You're done. And I'm like, what? That was it. Literally, that was all you need to do. And I don't know why it took me so long to do it in the first place. But there you go. And there's a lot of things like that, I'm sure, as well, which I just haven't got onto the habit. I was even thinking about it when I was taking the train, and like, was it yesterday? It might have been yesterday, I can't remember. But someone had set it up like on their watch or whatever, the smartwatch. Like, I'm super, like, I'm not even on the smartwatch trend or anything like that. I don't have a smartwatch. I don't really have an intention of getting a smartwatch, but, you know, maybe that tune will change later on in life. I shouldn't be so hasty to call the shots as they are right now, because, you know, life always changes. But I was thinking about that, because I was like, this person just like scanned their watch or something, instead of like, you didn't even have to bring out your phone anymore to sort of like pay your travel fare. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. You know, I mean, I guess that's kind of normal. Well, okay, I'm not sure if that's normal. Most people, I think, the majority of people I see use their phones. Some people use their cards. You know, me being one of them. I didn't see anyone with an Oyster card. If you have an Oyster card, I'd imagine the biggest assumption is you're like a tourist, or you're not. I don't even know. I was going to say you're not from like London or something, but even if you're not from London, you'd probably still have a contactless card. And even if you're a tourist, you probably still have a contactless card, because a lot of them, you know, things tend to work abroad quite well nowadays, which is a far cry from how it used to be. Certainly, like, I remember only select banks used to have cards which were compatible, like, in the rest of Europe. This is back when the UK was still in the EU. Good old days. But still, yeah, and I had to get like a specific other company card called a Revolut card to actually do stuff in Europe. But nowadays you could just like do whatever, purchases all across the country, doesn't matter. Oh, I guess something to just keep in mind would be like, you know, any surcharges you got, because some companies do, some companies don't, and that sort of thing. I'm not an expert, so, you know, don't ask me. It's just like, why was I so slow to this sort of technology? Like, I'm even slow right now to, like, you know, wireless earbuds and that sort of thing. Like, I still use wired earbuds, and you might be like, are you insane? And maybe the answer is yes. Maybe I'm just, you know, like a boomer at heart, as they say. Even boomers are, like, using, like, cool wireless stuff. Like, even my mother's not a boomer, but, like, she's using, like, more advanced technology. Like, she set up mobile pay technically before I did as well. And she's got wireless headphones and I don't. What am I doing? I can't be like beaten in a technology game by my own parents. That's just embarrassing. Well, it's not that embarrassing, I suppose, because I don't really use them all that often. Like, the only headphones I tend to use tend to be these headphones I've got on my head right now. And obviously they're not very portable, so I don't bring them back anywhere. I just like, I don't know, why am I so behind on technology? It's basically the long and short of it. Okay, what can I do in about 1 minute, Nookable mission-wise? Oh, I could have changed. I'm not sure if I can do that now. Okay, we could probably do it in a minute. I don't even know why I farm Nookable Nookable points anymore. There's not really much point. It's not like we need them anymore. We're not doing Nookable island hopping. We're not doing anything else. At some point, maybe I'll actually think about doing a makeover to this island. The obvious answer is that's probably never going to happen. I'm going to be honest. Like, this is basically the final state of Fawnhollow for the next 5 years. Mainly because I just can't be bothered anymore. You know, it's had its chances. It had 3 years to win me over to actually decorating it, and I did decorate it, you know. And anyone else been here from, like, I don't know if I said else. I guess kind of the assumption is, the implication is that there's a possibility that I wouldn't have been here from day one, despite the fact that I'm the one creating the series. But from like the early years, the first 6 months or whatever, when I actually decorated Fawnhollow very differently. Wild times. Vivian's house, it was in the top right corner. Remember that? I literally don't remember where anyone else's house was. I think Puddles used to live over River there. That's all I remember. And yeah, I don't know. Mobile pavement. Membership cards. I guess that's what I'm calling today's episode. Memberships cards. Just took me too long. But now I am going to round off this episode here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, description, shares, greatly appreciated. Join me Dear Darling Discord. Follow me on Twitter down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time. Bye bye for now.